Hello everyone. In last few sessions we have tried some questions on functions. We have already seen lot of variety in them. But if some of you are thinking that we should take more problems on domain and range, let us revise that particular part of functions again. So in this session we will be taking problems on range and domain. Obviously, they may not be so straight because our sessions are mainly for competitive exams, and we know in competitive exams, functions complexity only is the troublesome part. Rest all, if you go by definition, everything is in place. Let us start. First question is, we have to find range, and function fx is defined as square root of 2 times fractional part of x square minus 5 times fractional part of x plus 2. And we are asked to find the range. And for range, we have various options. Now, those various options, one by one, we may find, or if we arrive at the answer directly, nothing like that. Let us start. When you see 2 times fractional part of x square minus 5 times fractional part of x plus 2 inside square root, what is first thing what comes to your mind? That function would be defined only when quantity written inside square root is a non-negative quantity. Now, if I have to write every time fractional part of x in those curly brackets, at times we find that writing such expressions is a cumbersome task. So, I would welcome if any of you suggest me to replace that fractional part of x by some notation, by some name. So, what I'm trying to tell you here is that don't feel shy to give names, but give only those many names which you can handle. I mean, don't write too many names also, but don't feel shy. If required, you can name that fractional part of x and try to write in a little, better looking function or better looking expression, I should say. Now, fractional part of x, if I want to replace by t, now there would be some condition on t. What is that condition? The same one which is on fractional part of x. So, t is a non-negative number. That means greater or equal to 0, but it has to be less than 1. Don't forget that. So when we write condition on x, we will take help of this. So we write from there, and we have factorized already that 2t square minus 5t plus 2 greater or equal to 0, and I have found 2t minus 1 into t minus 2 greater or equal to 0. Look at that factor t minus 2. T minus 2 is a negative quantity. And when I know for all t which we are considering, t minus 2 is a negative quantity, so automatically I have one constraint on that 2t minus 1. And what is that constraint? That 2t minus 1 has become less or equal to 0. And that leads to t less or equal to half. Now t less or equal to half. But t has one more condition also in it. And what is that condition? That it has to be a non-negative quantity. So realized that fractional part of x is greater or equal to 0 and less or equal to half. This is what we have achieved from the given information. Now, which are those numbers for which fractional part is greater or equal to 0 and less or equal to half? Now, when I say greater or equal to 0, let us take first equal to 0 case. When fractional part of x is equal to 0? When x is an integer. So, obviously, I give values to x as integer only. I mean, I start with n, some integer. And I have to add to that integer some fractional part. What is that fractional part? Is there any constraint on that fractional part? Yes. What is that condition? That it has to be less or equal to half. Means I realize that I will take intervals. What type of intervals? Starting from say 0 to half, 1 to 1.5, 2 to 2.5. Such intervals union I will have to take. So that condition fractional part of x greater or equal to 0, less or equal to half is maintained. So here domain is in terms of union of many intervals, rather infinitely many intervals to be more precise. And hence my correct option is C. I hope something new you have learnt. Now let us proceed to next. The range of real valued function f, where fx is defined as square root of log of absolute value of x upon x to the base greatest integer of x. And question says on appropriate domain. Means what? We have not been shown or we have not been given that what is the domain. We will have to search what is the domain. Why do I say that we have to search the domain? Understand this, range depends on the domain. Unless domain is not known to you, you cannot answer for range. Understand this, that question says subtly that on the appropriate domain. Means we will have to find out. No one else is going to give the information about the domain part. So we on our own find what is the domain and accordingly we will answer for range. Now when you see that log absolute value of x upon x to the base greatest integer of x, what first thing comes to your mind? That x appearing in the denominator means x not equal to 0. That is the first thing what you see. Another thing what you see is that base is greatest integer of x. And if you are saying greatest integer of x and if it is base, now there are many things which come to your mind. Base not equal to 1 means greatest integer of x not equal to 1 means where x cannot lie. What is the implication of greatest integer of x not equal to 1? The implication is x cannot be in the interval closed at 1 and open at 2. Now this condition we will have to use when we write the domain. Also, we have not yet seen that greatest integer of x is the base and base has to be positive. Okay, greatest integer of x is not 1, that base is not 1 and the additional information is that greatest integer of x which is base has to be positive. Now what does this lead to? That means greatest integer of x can start taking values 2 onwards, means it can be 2 or 3 or 4 and accordingly x will come into picture. So what would be x? X can take value 2 and anything above 2 it can take. So my domain is closed to infinity. Now once domain is known to you, then perhaps you would think of the range. Now in 2 to infinity, what is fx? Write fx now explicitly and for that absolute value of x upon x matters to me now. Now since you are saying that in 2 to infinity I am going to see, means your x is positive. So absolute value of x is nothing but x. So it becomes simply x upon x and hence it is 1. So your fx you can rewrite and that is square root of log of 1 and log 1 is 0 means actually fx is 0. So for all values of x, value of the function is always 0. Means what? Range is singleton set 0. So my correct option is D. Now this question was regarding range for which we had to find first domain. So question was different from the other one. Now let us move to the next one. And next one is we have to find domain where fx is given to me as 1 upon square root of greatest integer square minus greatest integer of x minus 6. Now when such a function is given to you, what comes to your mind? That is f defined everywhere? Once I get the points where function is not defined, those many points I will remove from set of real numbers and then I will be ready with the domain. So the idea is we will have to find out the points for which f is not defined. And for that, greatest integer of x square minus greatest integer of x minus 6 has to be positive. And it cannot be 0 as it is appearing in the denominator. So that greatest integer of x, if you wish, you can name it as t like before, or if you are comfortable continuing with greatest integer of x notation, then continue, factorize it, and you will get greatest integer of x minus 3 into greatest integer of x plus 2 greater than 0. This is nothing but your rational inequation again. And from there, information, whatever we have gathered, I write that greatest integer of x is less than minus 2 or greatest integer of x is greater than 3. And that gives me now information about x, that which all points I can take and which all points I will reject. Now greatest integer of x less than minus 2 tells me that x will have to be less than minus 2. Why? Because I want now greatest integer of x minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, etc. For which x will have to be less than minus 2. Also, greatest integer of x greater than 3 tells me that greatest integer of x can be 4 or 5 or 6 and further. So, what would be x? X would be greater or equal to 4. Now, gather this information and try to write finally the domain. And domain for function f will be nothing but minus infinity to minus 2 open, union, closed 4 to infinity. I hope you have got some idea that how are we arriving at the domain. Correct? So my last answer is nothing but A. Now, in next session, we will get more questions. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you.